Marsh Boxing. I'm back at it with another live stream. Post-fight results. We got this fight coming up out of Wales. Joe Cordina, former IBF junior lightweight champion, 130 pounds, versus the IBF champion Rahkimov. Okay, so this was a good fight, man. This fight was from the beginning to the end. This fight was definitely lived up to the hype. You know what I mean? Now the man Cordina used to be the champion. He had to vacate the IBF strap that he beat off for the Japanese, knocked out the Japanese Ugawa in like 2 rounds, okay? Put his ass to sleep in one of the best knockouts of 2022. Then he had to vacate his strap because of injuries. Rahkimov fought somebody, I'm forgetting his name right now, with a vacant IBF strap. So here, the man Joe Cordina is, a little less than a year from when he was last champion. Comes into the ring in the first round, man. I give it to Rahkimov. Rahkimov was, he was landing some big shots. You know, Rahkimov is a very good fighter. You know, especially in the pocket. You know what I mean? In the pocket, keeps that high guard up. You know what I'm saying? Lets that left hand go, whether it's to the body, to the head. And he was content at keeping the fight at a phone booth type of fight. You know what I mean? Joe Cordina showed that, he's a very good boxer, a slick boxer. Joe Cordina is, but he was willing to stand in the pocket, evade shots, and also let his right hand go, which was finding a home from early. What's up, PNC? Mr. Boxing Learner, what's up with y'all, man? Boxing Learner says Zuffa Barrett, exactly. That's the guy that Rakimov beat. I believe stopped him in the ninth round to become the champion. But I believe it was in round two. The man Cordina drops the man um, rock him off with a nice left hook. You know what I'm saying? Nice, quick, short left hook on the inside. Puts the man Rahkimov on his ass. You know what I mean? Rahkimov was a come forward fighter all night. The man Joe Cordina displayed, at least in the earlier rounds, some nice fighting off the back foot. You know what I mean? But for the most part, this fight was fought in the center of the ring throughout the fight. You know what I mean? There wasn't too much lingering on the ropes for either guy. And there was a lot of back and forth rounds, you know what I mean? Joe Cordina, there was times when he wasn't letting his hands go, and Rahkimov was, you know what I mean? But Rahkimov also got his eye busted up by them, his left eye, by them straight right hands that Cordina was fighting a home for all day, every day, you know what I mean? Joe Cordina, I thought, as far as the real estate, ring generalship, keeping his foot on the outside, being the orthodox fighter. I thought him punching in angles and, evading shots and throwing counter punches, but also willing to trade. I thought it was giving him the edge, you know what I mean? So this was a good back and forth fight. By the 10th round, I had this fight a draw. Yeah, I mean, a draw as far as 5 rounds apiece. But the man is behind by 1 point, Rahkimov, because of the knockdown in round two. You know what I mean? But I thought Joe Cordina won this fight in the trenches. I thought he won the 11th round. You know what I mean? Excuse me, the 12th round. The 11th, I gave it to Rahkimov. The 12th round, I gave it to the man Joe Cordina, and he won this fight on my card, 115 to 112. You know what I mean? Was it a clear-cut decision as far as should have been a unanimous decision? I think so. Even if you have it a draw 6 rounds apiece, the knockdown should be the difference on why Joe Cordina won this fight. But Joe Cordina definitely had the more tighter defense in there. Got hit less. You know, even though Rakimov was having some good success in the middle rounds, and even in the later rounds, even in the first, it was a close fight. But 7 rounds to 5, I think, is the ideal scorecard for this fight. Of course, with the knockdown, 1 point being taken out. So I had this fight 115 to 113. Excuse me, 115 to 112. PNC King says who won? Joe Cordina, the Welshman, the Welsh magician. He won this fight to become a two-time junior lightweight champion. I mean, a unification was looming around last year. At least there was talks about it last year, before Cordina had to vacate his strap. A unification of Shakur Stevenson, who at the time had two straps at 130, versus Joe Cordina, who had himself the IBF strap. But as we all know, the man Shakur Stevenson moved up in weight, 130 pounds. Um, who we got as champions? We got Hector Garcia with the with the WBA strap. Oshaki Foster has the WBC strap. And WBO 130 pounds. Somebody might have to help me. Boxer Leonard, can you help me with that one? If you're still in the chat, I'm trying to think who's the 130-pound WBO junior lightweight champ. Uh, mm, oh, don't even remind me. I know who it is. It's the guy who used to be at 122 and 126. Emmanuel Navarrete holds himself the WBO 130-pound strap. Now, Shaki Foster fights on PBC. Navarrete fights on ESPN. Cordina fights on DAZN. And what was the other strap? Uh, Hector Garcia fights on PBC. So, at least a unification as we speak right now can be made at 130 pounds between WBC and WBA with Shaki Foster versus Hector Garcia. Joe Cordina, I'm not sure what he can do to get himself a unification. Top Rank and what's his name? Eddie Hearn, they don't do too much business. And Eddie Hearn and PBC don't really do much business at all. So I don't know what Joe Cordina is going to do. Navarrete is going to get fed a lot of PBC, Top Rank diet guys. So they'll find some opponents for him, whether we like him or not. But Joe Cordina, I'd like to see him in more meaningful fight. Not that tonight's fight was not meaningful. I think the kid has skills. I think his skill set is awesome. He has a very good sense of ring generalship, slickness, boxing in the pocket, moving on the back foot. So I'd like to see Cordina in a unification. That's what I'd like to see for every belt holder in every division in boxing. You know what I mean? Uh, but it was a good fight from the beginning to the end. Rahkimov looked spent in there. I'm talking about, the man's eyes swelled up. He could barely stand. They took forever to give out the decision. I'm there watching Rahkimov. I'm like, they need to take this dude to the hospital. But it is what it is. We shall see if he had to go to the hospital. But Cordina, congratulations to him. Now a two-time junior lightweight champion. Be March Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. If you're new to the channel, please share, subscribe. Big ups to PNC always. Salute my G. Big ups to Boxer Leonard, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm gone. One.